generated the ID for 3B group, and I have added only the students of 3B in that.
Okay, ma'am. They come with the 3B, ma'am. No, I am not aware, so that only I'm asking. Okay,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's
fine.
okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So from here, if you click Meet link from your calendar, you'll go to the Meet. So this is your created event, like as I have created Java class. So this is my schedule, and I have created an event for this class. So if I click on this, I'll go to the Meet with this for this session. Okay, so here you'll see the interface like this. So initially,
Sir, your data sheet is only visible, sir.
okay,
Okay. So now we.
now,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
okay. So over here, so initially we'll see your camera off, your mic is mute. So when you join the class, so your camera, maybe your camera is on and mic is unmuted. So it depends on the teacher whether he or she wants to keep it in mute position or camera in off position. It depends on the teacher. But I says for the better performance or better reception of the audio and video, the teacher or the presenter should keep the mic in mute position and camera in off position. But while starting the session, he should or she should unmute the mic and say all the participants to mute the mic. This should be the trend every time, so that chaos should not be there. Only presenters should speak and students should be in mute position. So over here, we have three modes of sharing the screen. One is the entire screen. Second is the window. And third is the Chrome tab. And over here, I am using the Chrome tab. This is to the Chrome tab because I have many tabs here. I have around 8 tabs opened in my browser. But out of 8 tabs, I am using one G Suite for Education. So I am using only Chrome tab. And if I use entire screen, I'll be able to use the complete screen, whether this is window, whether this is tab, whether this is the entire screen. Somebody is there on the gate. Rosie, come in. So this problem you will have to face if you are not if you have not created the event. This kind of problem you will face. So there are three ways to share your screen. So if you want to share through the entire screen, you can choose the entire screen. And if you want to share through window, so whichever window is open, you can share it. Like if I have opened the Microsoft Word, or I have opened the Microsoft PowerPoint, or you can say if I have created three windows like PowerPoint, Excel, and your MS Word, I can use any of them. If I want to use Microsoft Word, I will click on Microsoft Word. Then this window will appear on your screen. If I click on Microsoft Excel, then Microsoft Excel will appear on the Meet. If I click Microsoft PowerPoint, then PowerPoint screen will appear on the screen or in your Meet session or Meet screen. Next. So this option like record meeting, I'm strictly against record meeting is allowed for the students. So record meeting option I have revoked from G Suite for the students, but granted to the teachers. So students cannot record the session, but teachers can record the session. Like I am recording your session right now, but from your side, so if you are using the G Suite, then you'll be able to record this meeting also. But if you are the student, you will not be able to record the meeting session. So this is for the teachers only. And now the second option is change layout. So this is the layout. See here, I'm showing you. See here, this is the layout. The meeting session is being recorded, and this is the layout. And over here, if I change the layout, I have to click this, and I'm using the sidebar. That is why all the names of the teachers are appearing on this column, or if they are more than numbers, they'll be shown here. This is one. Second layout, if I say, since you are using, so you must be knowing it. So this way the screen appears. So I'll use the sidebar. Hope this is visible to everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So record, how to record the meeting. So you'll be having the option to record the meeting, but students will not be having the option to record the meeting. You can change the layout, depends on you what kind of layout you want. You can select it. So these are the layouts. So I have discussed earlier. This is your WhatsApp kind of thing. You can copy the link from here. You can copy this link from here and share with the students on Classroom, or through the WhatsApp link, you can share it. So inviting through WhatsApp, which you have been doing since you have started G Suite and meeting. The important thing is attendance of the children. Excuse me. Wait for the second, please. So while taking the attendance, this is the extension you should know about. Everyone should know about the Meet extension, so that if this extension is activated in your Chrome or added to your Chrome browser, this will automatically be activated as soon as you go to the Meet. And this Apple sign will appear on the browser. I'll show you here in our Meet. See here. Uh, is it visible to everybody? This.
so no, sir. Only your
I'll use the entire screen. I think now you'll be able to see this. Screen is visible, Lalita ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the icon of meet attendance. And if I, so we should go one step by step, then I'll show you. If you do not find this icon on your browser, you just click on, or you go to the web store. So over here, this is a link. And this link, you just type meet attendance. So this is the extension, and you'll find add to Chrome here in place of rated. So you click on add to Chrome. So this icon will be added to your Chrome browser, and next time when you host the meet, then it will appear on your browser, and when you click it, the entire list of the participants will appear in the separate sheet of Google. So I'll show it here. So these are the participants, and if you click it, so this is 17th August, and this is the attendance of the teachers. So this is done automatically. Hope this is clear. So for the attendance of the students, this icon should be there on your Chrome, and you, if you don't find this icon on your Chrome browser, kindly go to the web store and activate the extension or add to this extension to your Chrome browser. And mind it that you should use the Chrome browser, because these all are the Google applications, right? So if you want to add these extension to your browser, the browser should be the Chrome. These extensions will not be added to other browsers, because you'll find all these extensions in Google Web Store. So we have seen it, how to add. So this is the icon you will see on your Chrome browser. So this way you can take the attendance as I have shown you. And so meet attendance will appear in the Google Sheet in this manner. Now, this is new thing for you, gestures or the node extension. Like meet attendance, there's another extension called node. This is the node Chrome extension adds like reactions of the students. What are those reactions? Like clap, raise their hand, and other gestures during the session without interrupting the presenter. So you can add this extension also to your Chrome, and this extension will appear in the left top corner of your Meet screen. So again, this will be available on web store. Is it visible or not?
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay. So installing the Node extension. So this is Node extension. How to install it? Same way as you have installed Meet Attendance. In the same way, you can install Node extension to your Chrome browser. So Node will appear like this. So while Meet is going on, session is going on, the student can use any of the reaction, whether clap, like, or raise hand. So any kind of node a student might use or participants might use. So this is the end of the session of G Suite. Now, I want to ask something or resolve your queries. If any query you have, please ask. So that
Good
we
evening,
can
sir.
start your. Yes, ma'am.
Sonia Tripathi, sir, this side. Sir,
Yes.
actually, I just want to ask that we have to download the attendees
No,
or
you
it
don't
will
have to
automatically
download. It will
do.
automatically
Okay.
recorded
Sir,
in the Google Sheet. Yes, yes. Please go ahead.
okay. My second question is, sir, that after the meet,
Yes.
they will be able to see all the attendees or like in the mid only we can see the attendees. Then I
I
can
suggest
also
I
see
suggest
the attendees.
you can see it anytime, but I suggest that when all the participants are there in your class, then you should once see this sheet. So at that
But sir,
time, all the participants will be recorded on this into this sheet. Yes, ma'am. Tripathi, ma'am. Please go ahead.
yes, if it is downloaded, like then I can see it after meet also, no?
Why not? Why not? Because this is the
है ना?
sheet
After meet I
available
can
on your cloud. See, you are using
Okay.
Excel, Microsoft Excel. So because
Yes,
this
sir.
is you
Yes,
are
sir.
habitual of using Microsoft Excel in place of Google Sheet. You are habitual of using
Okay.
Microsoft Word in place of Docs of Cloud. I mean Google Cloud. You are habitual
Yes.
of
True.
using the database, right? Microsoft Access,
Okay.
right? But
Okay.
over here, since we are now this is time of using all the apps of clouds, and that is why you should avoid
Yes, sir.
all these apps which are available on your system, available on your computer, right?
Okay.
What is the benefit of this? The benefit
Okay.
of this is once you create your email ID, you are provided
Yes, sir.
15 GB of space, cloud space, where you can store all your records,
Okay.
store all your photographs, videos, everything you can record. But one additional advantage is if you have G Suite account, you'll be given 30 GB of cloud
Mhm.
space, where you can store many of
Okay.
many the you can say endless information.
Understood, sir.
So I must suggest that you should use the
Understood, sir.
cloud space for recording your documents or data, right? Instead of
Okay. Then if this attendees list is stored in that cloud, that means if I will erase, then only it will get
yes,
erased, no?
otherwise it will
Like I can check the
why not?
previous data attendees
Yes,
also.
yes, why not?
Huh.
See here,
Yes. Thank you,
see
sir.
here.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
See, this is
Thank you, sir.
right. Okay.
Thank
Any
you
other
so much,
question
sir.
from anybody?
Uh, Sir, I have one question, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Lalita, ma'am.
Sir, like, is there any possibility to mute the mic in the whole, sir, as a complete? We have to mute the complete participants here. It is not there.
You can.
Sir,
You
yes, sir.
can.
Like I'm
But
saying, individual muting is possible. I'm saying a bulk mute, like
no,
all
no,
the
no, 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 no,
participants.
no. This option is not available right now, but yes, you'll find it in the future. I mean, within uh, 1 or 2 months, you'll get it, because
Okay,
Google is working on it. There are
okay, sir.
many features coming in your ways, but they are
Okay, sir.
working on it, so you'll get it very soon.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Any other question?
Sir, are there any option to stop? Sir, are there any option to stop the chat from the unnecessary chats from the students?
No, you cannot.
Acha, we cannot,
Yes,
stop
you
the
cannot,
chat.
because
Okay.
if they are busy with you, how can they chat with each other? This is the question, no?
That's also right.
Mm.
But still, sometimes it happens actually.
Okay, if sometime it happens, then you should, I must say, you suggest, okay, call them not to chat. This is
This I
only
can
a solution.
do.
Okay,
Acha,
okay, okay.
okay.
So we'll be starting. Any idea of classroom? I'm just coming to the classroom. So this presentation is created by my colleague, Dr. S.M. Tara. He is my subordinate. He created for the teachers, and he explained everything in Google Classroom. So I'll start this. And before starting Google Classroom, if any question or any query, if you have, kindly resolve it. So through Classroom, you'll be able to deliver the material. You'll be able. Sorry.
Sir, I have one doubt. I have
Okay.
one doubt.
Okay.
Actually, during the class time, everybody is supposed to switch on the video in the class. But there are few students, they are saying excuses that, I'm not able to switch on my video due to slow network or network issue.
Yes,
Is it right, sir, actually, technically?
this is the issue, because I have also mentioned in my description of this webinar that you should switch off, you put your camera in off position and mic in mute position, because most of the times it happens that network issue persists. That is why I suggest that they should keep the camera off, and if you are a presenter, then they should keep the mic mute also, because the bandwidth, they will not get the proper bandwidth if your video is on. If a student's video is on, then the student will not get the proper reception of your voice and your video. That is why this is suggested.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, but then I have a query here,
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Singh. Like, if
Good
video
evening,
is
ma'am.
off, good evening, sir. If the video is off, how do we know whether child is focusing or not?
Ma'am, you can do one thing, that time to time you can instruct the student that please keep your camera on, because at the time of PTM, which we have done in our school, that at the time of mutual conversation, we used to say that keep your camera on, and come with your mother or father, so that we can start the conversation with the parents also. and in that case the camera should be on, not all the time, but when you are delivering the lecture, the camera is not required, I think. What do you suggest, ma'am? Principal ma'am?
Okay, because what I observed is that if we do not look at the children, we don't have the connect with the children.
Mm-hmm. Ma'am, see, this is purely virtual class,
Yeah.
right? You cannot judge after entering the class what the child is doing, right? Whether he is sleeping or not, whether he is attending the class, whether his the father or his mother is doing the work for the students, you cannot judge it, right, ma'am? So you have to deliver the material, you have to deliver the lecture, but yes, time to time you can ask the child to switch on the camera, but not all the time, because if they are on the camera all the time, bandwidth will affect.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sir, as we are conducting exam through internet,
Sir,
are there any facility in this institute?
Sir, please
if a
read.
version.
You are not audible to me.
Right now we are using. Sir, right now.
Yes.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, yes.
Sir, right now we are using exam.net for conducting online exam.
Okay.
As such, do we have any option in this institute, sir?
See, we are using only Google Form for exams. So, right now, exams are going on in our school also, and we are using the Google Form for that. So, if you are using any other app and this is suitable, you can use it.
Now, are descriptive questions allowed in Google Form, like Google Form?
One word answer is allowed, but one word answer should be exactly the guidelines for the one word answer should also be there, or it should be mentioned before taking the exam, that the one word answer should be in capital or in title form or in sentence form. It should be mentioned before taking the exam. But in my school, the teachers are taking the test in multiple choice questions, and very few like me, we are providing one word answer and the descriptive answer also, because descriptive answer I'll suggest the students that please upload the file of the text, upload the file of the programs, since he or she is the student of computer science or informatics practices, then he or she has to upload the program. This program could be of length 1 MB, 2 MB, 3 MB, whatever, or you can just upload the picture of the descriptive answer. So this is possible, but as far as MCQs are concerned, so you will have to use the multiple choice question.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome, ma'am. Okay, I leave the description. So I think students are having most of the students are having the mobile, right?
Yes, sir.
Very few are using the laptops or desktops, because the my commander's concern was if the children are using the mobile, they will they'll be in the problem. Like they might face vision problem, they might face headache, this kind of situation students may face. So he suggested that if at least senior students should purchase the laptops. So this was an order or instruction to the senior students that you should purchase the laptops. At least computer science students should have the laptops. Every computer science students should have the laptop. And other students are advised that if they can buy the laptop, nothing like it. And if you are if they are using the mobile, there will be a problem. They should at least have the rest during the day, during the session. I mean, after 30 minutes or 35 minutes, they should take the rest, so that the next they will be ready for the next class. So my commander is against this thing. I mean, mobile session. He says that students must use, or they are getting handsome this thing amount or salary. They can afford be a 20,000 or 25,000 laptop, and they can provide to the children also. But it depends whether they are able to do it or not. But he suggested that every student should have, at least senior student should have the laptop. So this classroom app is available on a smartphone as well as on the browser. So there is a difference between these two versions in classroom app and the browser version. There's a lot of difference you'll feel. So I personally feel that all my students, I am the class teacher of class 12th, and I have 40 students. All the students are having the laptops for the classes, and my commander is quite happy about this, that they are using laptops. And what else I should say? They suggested only the entire team, I mean brigade, suggested that students should purchase laptops. So what you can do in classroom, I am discussing on this. So we'll be able to streaming, we'll be able to video conferencing, we'll be able to grading the system, we'll be able to conduct the test through the classroom. So this is the layout of the classroom. If you are configuring the classroom, you should create the class or join the class. So student will join the class and teachers will create the class. So when you go to classroom.google.com, sorry, who is there on the gate? Alfonso. Okay. Come. So on the browser, if you write classroom.google.com, like this, classroom.google.com, you'll get the interface like this. So in the right corner of the screen, you'll get plus sign. Plus sign will enable you to create the class and join the class as well. So if you are a student, then you should opt the option join class, and if you are the teacher, then use create class. So while creating the class, there is a link where you can create the class. So click on create and click the class name and section and room and subject. This is for your own discretion. Okay, which class you are going to create, which section you want to create. So this is up to you. So as soon as you create the class, so class name and section will appear here, and the class code which you can share later with the students. This is the code. Using this code, students can enter your class. Or if you want to share with the students through email ID, you'll be able to share this link with the students also, this code with the students also. And this is a link, permanent link, Meet link. So a student can use this link to attend your class. And from here, you can change and upload the photograph. And here, you can give the instruction to the students. So this is the option stream. In this option, you'll get this. So if you zoom out the class code, it will look like this is square. If you click it, so it will zoom out like this. How to invite the students? So this is your discussion how to invite the students. I must suggest that you copy all the email IDs from your sheet, and paste it here and press enter and click invite. So if you have the list of email list of the 40 students, paste all the students list here, email IDs here, and click invite. So invitation will go to each child, and when the child opens email inbox, then there he or she will find the invitation, accept it. So once he or she accepts it, he or she will come to your class, the member of your class. Likewise, you can invite the teacher also. To invite the student, use this link. Invite the teacher, you can use this link. The same way, you can copy all the email IDs here to invite the teacher and click invite. So teacher can be the part of your classroom. You'll be able to change the classroom code. You'll be able to change the Meet code. It depends on you. That go to general setting and change the class code. So I'll show you through the practical. So from here, you can create the class or join the class. So if you want to make some changes, you can do it here in general setting. So this is class code. If you want to change, then just click on this button. Drop down menu will appear, and if you click reset, this code will change. And if you click this, it will zoom out the entire code. Copy the link and share it with the students. You can do it. Similarly, you can change the Meet link also, reset. So your Meet link is changed. And after this, you can save these changes and start classroom. So I'm coming again to my class. So this way class code can be changed and Meet link can also be changed. Streaming means you can make the conversation with the students, and you can suggest what to do and what do you want to streamline. So this you can discuss in stream tab. But as far as the material is concerned, as far as the assignments are concerned, we will go to classwork. So over here you can in streaming, you can in stream tab you can give comment if you want to give comment here. So whatever comment you want to give, so you give comment here. And if you want to attach any link here, like if you want to start any topic and related that topic, if you have any video, if you have any uh, website link, you can link it here. You can give YouTube link here. You can link the file which is on your system or your computer, or any link of the website, or anything which is stored in Google Drive, you can link it here. So before starting the class, you can give to the students, okay, please do it before I start the class. And you can post this schedule from here. These are the link. This is the link. You have to see it. This is the video. You have to see it. This is the file. You have to read it out. And these are the programs you will have to see. And you can post this information for the students from here. So this is the classwork. The next step, classwork. From here, this button, if you click, you can declare the topic you want to take. So when you click on create, you can give the topic here. You want to share the material, you can give the material also. And if you want to raise the question, you can give the question. And if you want to give the assignment, you can give the quiz assignment, and any other assignment you can give here. So you can provide the classwork here only. So anything if you want to do, first you click it and choose the topic you want to take, and related to that topic, you can provide the material, you can provide, you can give the question, you can give the assignment and quiz assignment. From here also, you can program the event, since Google Calendar is here. So Google Calendar we have already discussed. So from this calendar you can create the event, and Meet is also linked with this event. So later, with the help of calendar, you can go to Meet, or a student can join your Meet session from here also. So click Meet to immediately start video conferencing with current class. You can also schedule your meeting through Google Calendar. So Google Calendar and Meet, both options are available. Though it was not available with this Meet link is not available with the general Meet session. This Meet option is available with the G Suite only, not in general classroom. Because classroom is available for those who are not having G Suite, but those classrooms are not having Meet link. So this systems or the organizations who are having G Suite account, they'll be able to get Meet and Google Calendar both in classroom. Adding assignment. Create the assignment. How to create the assignment? You just give the title of the assignment. Yes, all, please bear with me. See here, if I want to take the class on computer memory, so I have searched one video on YouTube and linked it here using the link option, because add is here. In this column, you'll get the link, and maybe link or maybe YouTube, so you can add this video to this session. This section will have the content from your Google Drive. You can link from the website. You can have the video from YouTube. You can add it here, or you can create from here. If you want to create any document here, you just click it. So online, you can click the document here. Online, you can create the slide. Online, you can create the sheets. Online, you can create the drawing. Online, you can create the Google form. So if you want to take the test, for example, you simply come to create the form. So it will take you to the Google form, where you can create the test questions and provide to the students through this classroom. And there are some options, whether students can view only, or can edit only, or make a copy of this for each student. So it depends on the teacher also. So if a teacher is going to create the document or slide, whatever he or she wants to, she can do it here. And besides this, she can choose one of the options. Students can view only, students can edit file, or make a copy for each student. It depends on the teacher. So assignment, the similar way to create the assignment, give the title, and if he or she wants to add some videos, he or she can do it. And over here, he can assign at the same time or schedule for the future. It depends. Save the draft or discard the draft. These are the options. He or she might can use it. So very simple and self-explanatory. Once the teacher goes to these options, he or she will understand automatically. See here, these are the grading points. So it depends on the teacher. What should be the grading points, and what should be the due time to submit the assignment? What is the topic of assignment, which we have already declared or announced here? Topic. So the same topic will come here. Since there is no topic, but if you click this button, it will show you the list of all the topics you have covered or you are going to cover. You can create the rubric also. So as we are the teachers, we are able to create the rubrics for the assignments and for the question paper. Very simple. In people section, you'll be able to add the teachers and students as well. So if you want to invite the teachers, you click this, and if you want to invite the students, you click student panel. And from here, you can send the email to the teachers as well as to the students. This we have done already in G Suite lecture, so nothing to discuss about. And this is again the same Meet, how to go into Meet and how to get the Meet link. The same as we have discussed everything earlier. Presenting screen, entire screen, window and Chrome tab. This is the entire screen we are using. We are sharing the entire screen here. We are using the windows here. This is Microsoft PowerPoint. This is Untitled Paint and so on. Whichever window you want to share, you can share it. This is Chrome tab. How many tabs are there? You know very well. So out of those tabs, you whichever tab you want to use or whichever screen you want to use, so use any of the tab here and share it. Sharing the tabs: G Suite tab, Classroom tab, Classwork for class 7C, or this is the Meet link over here. So what happens when current screen which you are seeing, and all of a sudden I move to another screen like Google Jamboard. So I was here on Meet, and all of a sudden I move to Google Jamboard. So this kind of message appears. Share this tab instead, because it was sharing Meet. Since I move to this tab, it will display this message. So if I click this, we'll move to Google Jamboard. And if I deny it, it will not be visible to the audience because I'm on Meet. Only presenter is on Google Jamboard, but the viewer is not able to see it. So when I click on this, share this tab instead, then viewer can see the Google Jamboard. The same setting which we have discussed earlier. This all from Mr. Tara, Dr. Tara. Now, if you want to ask any question, please raise your voice. After that, I have one module which is Google Forms, and if you have time, then I can explain that also, so that only one day will be used for this session.
Sir, no doubt, but I want to add here,
Yes.
instead of Jamboard, I present my Word document, one page, and share with my students, and then I can type anything or do so many things, whatever you can do in Word,
Right,
and
ma'am.
that is all visible to them.
Yes.
I find that better than Jamboard.
Yes, you're right. But in addition, I would suggest that you should use what is the app? Yes, Lightshot. Lightshot.
Sir,
Lightshot is a small app which, like, if I use Lightshot here, like I'm using say G Suite. since light shot is already installed in my system, and if I want to select this portion only, this portion, so very easily I can select only this portion, like from print screen it is activated. See here, and from this, when this gets activated, I can select the entire portion like this, and over here you'll see the tools. I have the tool like pen, if you want to write anything, or if you want to scribble anything, and if you want to draw the line, if you want to use the marker, you can use like a marker. And if you want to share the selected area with the students or anybody, you can use it or share it. If you want to save only this portion, that is also possible. So this is very small app which is freely available, and you can download it on your system, and it will be activated when you when you press the print screen button. This gets activated, and you can share it with students. You can save the selected text on your system. This is available with this slide shot. Any other thing which I can tell you or I can help that way? Lalita ma'am, please.
Sir, as you said, Google Forms is fine. So if teachers are finding it okay to just go ahead for a few more minutes, they can
Okay.
because that is required for them to take the assessment also, sir.
Right, ma'am.
So, Sharmila ma'am, can sir proceed, ma'am? Sorry.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
Lalita.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So basically, we use this form as the data collection tool. This Google form can be used for quiz creation, and how to make assessment easy, subjective, as well as the quick self-assessment inside the Google Classroom. These forms can be used. So how to create any form or any data collection tool? So first you log in your Google account, because as soon as you log into your account, Google Apps will be available on your browser, right side of the browser. From there, you can click. This is a Google app icon. So if you click these 9 dots, from here, this menu will appear. Or you can create any form through this drive. This is Google Drive icon. From this, you can also create your Google form or any slide presentation or any Google Sheet. So very simple. I'll take the reference, or we'll take it on faster track. So before creating any Google form, you must select the folder in which you will store the Google form. So from the folder, you'll go to the option either you create the form or select the folder. So I have selected the folder Teacher Workshop. And Teachers Workshop, what do I do? From here, you'll see a plus sign. From click on the plus sign, you'll come to this place, and from this place, move to more, and from more, you'll come to Google Forms, and you'll have 2 options here. So out of 2 options, use blank form. So this blank form will look like, because I have used the main drives shared, and that is why it is asking create in share folder, because I have shared many folders here in my Google Drive. That is why it is showing this message, create and share. So I must say create and share option is applicable here now. So once the form is blank form is selected, this layout will appear, this interface will appear, and over here you'll see the untitled form. This is the title of the form, and these are some icons which we'll use later. But first of all, we'll have to type the name of the form. It should be the significant name of the form, and as soon as you type the name, this will, when you press enter, this will automatically change with this name, and this name should be identical. Over here you see 2 tabs. This is for the creating the Google Sheet and responses, and this is for the questions, and this is for add-ons, additional features, and customizing the form, preview and settings, and send the form. And over here, this is the design part. Very simple, and I think you know it already. So I'm going to create the data collection form here. So what I am doing, I have given the title Summer Camp 2020. So first you write summer, whatever title you want to. So I gave Summer Camp 2020. And as soon as I click here, left button of the mouse, when I click here, it will automatically copy to this place. I had given Summer Camp 2020. I came here, and over here I pressed left button of the mouse. So it is automatically copied from here to here. So it is copied. So in this data collection form, if you want to write anything, if you want to leave a note for the parents, you can write it like, dear parents, please encourage your wards to participate in the summer camp 2020 at the school, summer camp coordinator. So this is up to the organizer, what he wants to write it here. So I have written this. Next, this is very important part for the teachers. So when you go to setting, this gray box is for the setting. In setting part, we'll have the general tab. In general tab, the first option is collection email addresses, and this is beneficial if you collect it. This will become mandatory for the participant to mention his or her email ID here. So you should check mark it. So once you check mark it, it will ask for the response received, means you have collected the email address, and whatever you are getting from the participant, if you want to give the receipt of this, you should click this response receipt. And this is very important point here. Restrict to users in Army Public School Agra and its trusted organization. So since you are using G Suite, means no student can enter in your domain. Like today, if you create any Google form and share the link through the WhatsApp to the students, anybody can come. You cannot see whether he or she is your student, he or she is the father of the student, mother of the student, friend of the student, or the teacher of the student. Means anybody outside the domain can use that form. But if you are using G Suite, only your school domain student can participate here. APS Wellington. So since you have the G Suite, Lalita ma'am, am I correct? You are having the G Suite account. So
Yes,
when
sir.
you create the form, you'll get this option.
Yes, sir.
Restrict to the user of APS Wellington and trusted organizations.
Yes, sir. This comes for us when we log in with our G Suite
Right, ma'am.
login.
So only the students of your student can participate in your this program. And limit to one response means the student can submit only one response at a time. What happened in my program, I shared one form with the students. So what happened, the brother of my student had attempted that paper, and he tried to solve it out, but he couldn't, because his brother was junior to him. He was in 10th and my student was in 12th. So he couldn't do it, and he scored only 14 marks out of 30. Then his father asked me, "Okay, why, sir?" I don't know, but the student is very sharp and intelligent also. When I asked the student, so then he told me that my brother wrongly attempted this paper. There was only one chance and you have missed it. That is why you have got only 14 marks out of 30. So this is very important option. And that is why we must limit to one response only. And if you do not check mark it, the student can submit many responses and you cannot stop them. So we have three tabs. Number one, general. Number two, presentation. And number three, quizzes. In general tab, to it depends on the teacher or depends on the creator what option he or she is taking. Collect the email address is mandatory or not? Depends. Response receipt? Depends. Restricted to the school domain? By default, it is check marked, but it depends whether you want to use it or not, whether you want to check it or unchecked it. Collect the email addresses. Then next is response receipt. So instead of if respondent requests for it, you should use always. Since you are using response receipt, so use always. So this is about the collecting of email addresses and response receipt. Again, restricted to your school only or limit to one response. So it is up to you how you can take it. Respondent can edit after submission. So again, it depends on the teacher whether he allows the participant to edit after submission or not, or summary of charts and text responses. If you are going to create the quiz or the question paper, MCQs, it should be in shuffle manner. So you should use shuffle question order, check marked. Confirmation message from the teacher or organizer, whatever you want to write or deliver to the participant. So you can write it here. It depends on the creator. So customization of the form. So you can use this option to customize your form. Choose the image, theme color, and different themes available. You can use any one of them. The important part is the restriction, the security, and the security comes from the general tab of the settings. So this is customization of the form. This will look like whichever theme you use, this will be applied to your form. Okay, while giving the question, what should be the answer mode? You can select it from here. Short answer, maybe one word answer or 2 word answer. If you want to give the answer in paragraph, it is applicable, but it cannot check like if you want to disclose the marks just after the submission of the paper. So in paragraph, it is not possible. So you should avoid, if MCQs are there, then this form is quite good. So mode of answer could be multiple choice, check boxes, drop down, file upload. For paragraph and file kind of answers, you can use file upload. This is very effective. And match the column. For match the column, you can use multiple choice grid or checkbox grid. So you can use match the column, create the match the columns in these options. Over here, after writing the field name, you can make it compulsory by clicking required button. So as soon as you click this button, it turns to dark, maybe blue or red. whatever theme is. So if you click it, if it turns to colored, one access mark will appear along with the field name. It means this name, giving the name is mandatory. So content of the form, class, we are going to create the program for 6th, 7th and 8th. So at a time only one class can apply. So which class is this? So you can give options. So multiple choice kind of response be given here. Over here, suppose participant can participate, is willing to participate in badminton, table tennis, football, but there is an option only one sport can be chosen by the participant, whether badminton, table tennis, or football. If the participant want to appear in many programs like music. So music has many programs here, like Western music, Indian music, traditional dance. So we have to select multiple choices or more than one options. So the student parts or the participant wants to participate in Western music, we can select this. And if he or she is willing to take part in Indian music, we can click this also. So we'll have two options here. And if I want to select all, then it means I want to participate in all the programs available in music part. So check marks will allow you to select multiple options. Now the event form. While this is related to the admissions, in this pandemic time, every school is providing the admissions to the students. So how to take the necessary documents from the children, we should use this kind of, like if I want to have the date of birth certificate, the authenticated proof, so we can have the file upload in this regard, and it could be in document shape, or it could be in PDF form, it could be in image form, or it could be in drawing form, presentation form, whatever form the system expects. So since date of birth, I want to take for submission date of birth proof, I can use whether document, PDF, or image. Whatever the participant or the student has can upload through this option that is called the file upload. And this will automatically be saved in Google Drive. And from that drive, the clerk or the dealing person can have it. While once the form is created, and if you want to share this form to the student, choose the option send. So when you click on send link, this screen will appear. You will have email option, you will have the link option, you will have the embed option. And this option, email link, you can mail the form to the participant. And this option, you can link this form link to the classroom or WhatsApp. From this, you can embed the code in your website so that this form is available on your website also. So this was email and this is the link. So if you click link, Google will give you this kind of link, but this link is quite big. You can short it using this option, shorten the URL so it becomes shortened, or you can bit.ly the link, use bit.ly so that it can bit.ly will short your this URL more shorter than the Google. And this is to embed in your website. This is the embed code. This can be embedded in your website so that the student or the participant can have the information from the website also. So this was a data collection tool, and now this is the test kind of form. So see here, from app, select Drive, and from Drive, click on New, select the folder. From the folder, again, this is the same. You have to come this way. This is the path, this way. And from New, you'll come to the Google form here and click the blank form. This is the path. So this is your GK first term quiz 1 2020. Again, setting for this test paper. And I'll share this presentation with you also. The same I have discussed earlier. This thing, quizzes. If you are going to create the quiz, then this tab will be applicable to create the quiz. So click on make this quiz. But this is not available with you because this is for Chromebooks. So Chromebooks are not available with us. Only Chrome browser is available. So Chromebook is very secured Chromebook, in which only the problem is, since this is very secured, and on the Chromebook only questions and data collection can be available, and you will not be available to see or browse the internet when you are using the Chromebook that time. So this is very secured, and you will have to buy separately from the Google only. Somebody is on gate. I have to receive him. Who is this? As Divya Singh.
Actually, in fact, Mr. Singh, we are using exam.net.
I know somebody told me that exam.net.
Yes, that is also something similar. Like when they are taking a test, they cannot browse any other tab.
Okay.
But the problem that we are facing is because of the net connectivity. Sometimes
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
They open the exam, and then within few minutes they get logged out. Then again we have to generate a spare key for them immediately and share it with them. So that is the only problem.
So
And
wherever we go, the scene is the same. So we are also facing the same problem, the connectivity problem. So the entire world is facing the problem, same problem.
Because we are in a remote location, we thought we are facing. But even in Agra, if you are facing, means then it is really a problem. Yes.
Ma'am, we are facing.
Okay.
Because in cantonment, the operators are not allowed to put the towers, install the towers in the cantonment. So the residents of the cantonment are facing the same problem. Yes, sir, we are not getting the connectivity here. Sir, we are not able to join you. So this kind of problem is everywhere, and I think almost on the cantonment areas.
Okay, but I just have a, like, can we make it very simple? Like, we can type the question paper in a Word document,
Okay.
convert it into a PDF
Mhm.
with children on their, like, through Google Classroom,
Mhm.
and they can open it just maybe 5 minutes before the exam. We can give it password protected and share the password.
Mhm.
We can write on a piece of paper.
Mm. This is possible, ma'am. This
PDF.
is possible. This is possible, but as far as security is concerned, so you'll have to take extra care about it.
Extra care in the sense that children not.
Yes, ma'am. Like you have to keep it password protected,
Mhm.
and time slot that he or she will be award. Will be shared 5 minutes in advance, and the form is closed or the paper is closed after 30 minutes only, or
But how
no
can we
extra.
close it once we send it? It's sent.
Hmm.
How can we close it like it's a Word document?
If like in Google Form this is possible, but in other way of doing it, uh, I have not checked it.
Yeah, because in exam.net also we can close the.
Hmm.
There's an option called as force submission. If the 1 hour time is over, the children, or if the teacher clicks on that, the children will have no option but to submit it.
Same in forms.
Hmm.
So once the add-on is programmed, and suppose we have provided 30 minutes only, so after 30 minutes, either the form is submitted automatically or left or unsubmitted.
Okay.
Sir,
Okay. Yeah.
so one ma'am has left the meeting. She's again rejoining, but it is asking for admission, it seems, sir. There was network issue in her. This thing.
Okay. If she
Divya
comes
Singh.
again, then I'll admit her.
Okay, fine. Thank you, sir.
Okay, ma'am. So a very few minutes I'll take.
Thank you.
Who is there?
The ma'am who left the meeting, she joined again.
Okay.
Ma'am, you can mute the mic, ma'am. Divya, ma'am. Divya Singh. Yes.
So I think you had done earlier, or you had done more practice on Google Form, and since you are using the better opportunity, better option like what
Exam.net.
exam.net, right? So this is more or less same Google Form and exam. Though I have not used it, but I'll see to it. I was using Jot Form also for the same purpose, Jot Form. Anyway, I'm continuing this. So this option is used to split the entire form in two parts. From here, if you click this, the form is divided into the parts like this. This is the first part, and this is the second part. So using this option, you'll be able to divide the entire form into parts. Next. So same. Okay. over here I am giving the answers, setting the answers of the question, so that once this is shared with the students, and as soon as a student submits the question paper, he or she'll get the score on the spot. This is for this. So I have to mention the answers of every question here, like India is country, city, state, or continent. And since this is a country, I have to give a country, I have to select country, and for this I have to award the marks 2, and then say done. Over here we have the shuffle order, shuffle option order, so if you click these 3 dots, you'll get description, go to section based on answer, and shuffle option order. So A, B, C, D, if are appearing in one set, now in the other set they will appear like A, D, C, B. Means this order can also be shuffled. So one word answer, like if I want to ask SEAM of UP, an answer should be all in capital letters. So I must suggest that these words should be Yogi, Yogi Adityanath, Yogi Adityanath, like without a space and with a space. So I have to mention all these options, but it is short answer questions. So out of these, if any one word is given by the student, he or she will be awarded the marks. Like this. And other than Yogi, Yogi Adityanath, and Yogi Adityanath, if any other option or any other answer is given, so mark all the other answers incorrect. So out of these 3, if the students give, then it is marked, otherwise it is marked incorrect. For that, he or she will be awarded 2 marks, 2 points. That's all. So this way the form can be created for data collection, quiz, or descriptive answers. Yes, ma'am. Any query? Yes. Lalita, ma'am.
Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
well, so ma'am will speak, sir. Sharmila ma'am is muted. Ma'am, you can speak, ma'am.
Yes,
Oh.
ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so very much, sir, for taking out time and sharing the presentation with all of us. It is indeed informative, and especially for the teachers who have just joined us, it is of big help to all of us. And please do share your knowledge resource with us also, so that if you are experimenting something with regard to conduct of exams and all, so that we can all make use of the same similar platform and give the very best for children.
Sure, ma'am.
And thank you for guiding us all through onto this Google Suite journey. It would not have. Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
You've
you.
given us a very clear picture about the usage of all the applications under G Suite, and hope teachers will start exploring it after this.
I'm available anytime. If you have any problem, if you want to ask anything, I'll be there.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you,
Because
ma'am.
teachers would have been much more clear after this session. So hope we can start.
I hope so.
There are Google form 2-3 times.
Pardon? I couldn't.
I
Sir?
already conducted form class test, sir.
Okay. Through Google Form.
Yes.
So try it out.
MCQs I just tried out.
Yes,
Was
MCQ.
successful.
MCQ
Yes.
and one word answer are applicable, and I think those are very helpful.
Indeed, sir. Last month.
Okay.
I just watched the YouTube videos and as per I just scheduled the test.
Mhm. So, okay, can you stream your Google Meet on YouTube?
No, I just learned from YouTube actually. Google Form how to use.
I'm just asking. Can you stream your Meet video on YouTube directly?
So we have not
Yes,
tried
sir.
it yet.
So, so streaming through YouTube and streaming on Facebook for remote children is also possible. So if
Okay.
you have idea
Okay.
and if you can do it, please do it.
Okay.
I am not an expert actually. Just I'm experimenting. That's all.
Or next time I'll take one webinar on this thing. I mean, live streaming on YouTube.
Okay. Sir.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Thank
Fine.
you.
Thank you.
Teachers, if any of you have any doubt, you can just clarify with sir.
Yes, please. If you have any doubt, please ask. Any suggestion? No, then it's fine. Goodbye.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. So thank you once again.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Very informative
Thank
session.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Sure, I'll send. I'll share. Definitely, I'll share.
Teachers, one by one, you can leave the meeting, teachers.